Y'all, I'm back. Hello. Hi. What's up, everyone? My name is Achi, and if you haven't seen any of my videos before, I'm trans. I know. But also, I haven't made a video in a while. And if you're wondering why, it's because I have been taking some time to think and taking some time to live, taking some time to survive, taking some time to find myself. And I have decided that I want to switch things up. I want to change a little bit of my content, and I want to make content that feels a little bit more like me. And so I'm really excited to say that, as you can see, I've changed the name of the channel. We are now Achi's Echo. It's a lot better for SEO, and also it's just a lot more indicative of general things that I want to do in my life. I want to share my voice. I want to share my opinions on things, how I feel, my perspective. And so I'm super excited for that. I'm super excited to also let you know that I have made a second channel. Oh my gosh, yes. Why make a second channel when I can't even make videos to the first, right? I know. But I am also 27 now, and I feel like my brain is a little bit more developed this time around, and I feel like war of attrition, really. Like, I have been trying to dedicate myself to doing YouTube pretty much my entire life to varying levels of success, and I'm really excited to create something consistent. I have already posted my first video on my second channel. It is called Void Correspondence. It is a tarot channel. It is a channel where I do tarot readings, chosen messages, where I just let my intuition fly. And if you're interested in stuff like that, if you're interested in zodiac, tarot, messages, then go ahead and give it a little check out. But if you missed me making videos about my life, then I'm back. And today we have a video about where I've been, what I've been up to, and also 6 years on estrogen. That's wild. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So, what have I been up to? To answer that question, we need to go back probably a year. I've been bouncing from place to place in my life for probably the last 3 years of this channel, and that's probably a big reason why it's been hard to maintain consistency when it comes to a schedule, finding employment, whether it's having a job, whether it's school that I'm in right now. Things have just been busy. And I also love that I can just vent about that here too. I think I'm kind of getting back into my feeling of it's nice to share. It's nice to put myself out there. And I think especially after giving up Instagram and other social medias this year, I think I've been really searching for a place to share those thoughts, a place to share things that I said before, my opinions, my thoughts, my perspective. And so those are just some of the reasons why I feel like I'm coming to this channel now with like a new lighted fire, and I'm really excited to make some more videos. Some of those videos might be structured, some of those videos might be a little bit more natural, and some of those videos might be a little bit more fun. But I'm really excited to just give you content because this is really about me. Selfishly, I know. But let's get into the 6 years on estrogen. So, 6 years on estrogen feels like a wild thing to say. It feels like it's been a lifetime that I've been on HRT. I am a trans woman, by the way. And more than half a decade seems like not that long of a time, probably, to a lot of people, because it's like, oh, 6 years, whatever. But I do feel like I have become an entirely different person. I have physically and mentally, actually, I think that I have completely evolved as a person over the last 6 years, and a lot of that has to do with transition, and honestly a lot of that has nothing to do with transition. And I know that this is something that has been said in a lot of other videos like this before with trans women and other trans people, but I think now is actually a good time to talk about trans stuff, because I think I'm coming to a point in my life where I have been in a bubble for so long, actually, surrounded by other trans people and surrounded by other amazing people. And now at this point in my life, I'm not working at a nonprofit, I'm not working at an organization, I'm not really doing as much community stuff as I have done in the past. And so having this perspective of being on your own for the last couple years, and then also transitioning away from working these positions and these jobs where I am surrounded by other trans people and instead surrounded by a lot of cis hetero people with a lot of normie opinions. And that has been a complete recalibration to the way that I walk through the world. I think that forces me a little bit, and this is like, I feel like this is intermediate to advanced trans experiences, but it feels almost like at this point in my life, counting transition timelines doesn't really encompass anything physical at this point because I have looked the same now for the last 2 years, I would say. Obviously, I'm curvy, I'm soft, I'm delicious, I'm sweet, I'm kind, but besides that, things in my body haven't really changed much besides just like growing up to be who I am and learning to love that more, which is once again a mental thing. And so I think once you really get into the thick of it, once you start getting past like 5 years or so, at least for me, it feels like a lot of these changes are just mental. The way that I see myself, the way that I hold myself up, especially in the light of being a trans woman, being a Mexican trans woman that is going through the world cis passing most of the time. And I have some stories about that. I can definitely tell some stories about that. But also just going through this world and existing in this world that is increasingly anti-trans, that is increasingly more and more violent and what is it, carceral towards us. And so I've been experiencing for so long life with other amazing trans people. I'm experiencing life now with normies, and I think it's a good balance. I think it is actually good to have my my foot on the ground, so to say, and to touch grass in a different way because it gives me a good opinion about what the world is actually like, and it gives me nice experiences to talk to people and to share my opinions with other people that have never necessarily had the chance, the information, the ability to see things in a different perspective. I think at my work right now, I'm totally like the queer SJW person that's always speaking out. But I'm glad that I can be that person because every time I say something, it gives another person a chance to grow their vocabulary or what they think or what's important to them. And so, with that being said, I think that the biggest thing about now being medically transitioning for the last 6 years is that I'm really just learning to love myself. I'm really just learning to love myself fully as a trans person, as a person that has a non conventional body, whatever that means, as a person that has unique ideas and perspectives, and most importantly, as a hot girl. But with that being said, I have been living in a new place for probably the last 5 or 6 months. I'm living a lot more central. It's a super small studio. You can totally see some videos here. It is pretty tiny, but it's cute and it has everything that I need. So right now what I'm really been focusing on in my personal life, if you want to know that at all, has been school. I actually started going back to school about a year and a half ago, and right now I'm about 6 months away from getting my bachelor's, which is another reason why I haven't really been paying attention to passion projects like this, YouTube. But I'm really excited to get that because I haven't had a degree for the longest time ever, and it takes a bachelor's just to work most places these days. So that's a quick explanation of one, where I've been, two, what I've been up to, and three, how the last 6 years of HRT has affected me, and also my room, or I call it my room because it is just one big room, but it's my apartment. It's a studio. Welcome to Achi's Echo. If you've never been here before, I'm planning on posting a lot of different content. If you like my vibe, then I would suggest that you subscribe, and there's going to be a lot more content coming up. I'm really excited to share a lot of my life with y'all and continue to do that and start doing that again. And I hope you have a good day. Bye.